No. Hello and welcome to the 7th episode of This Is Why I'm a Kiwanian, a bite-sized video series to learn why people in our community are Kiwanians. We're broadcasting from Frankfort, Kentucky, the state capital and home to the Kiwanis Club of Frankfort. My name is Alishir Barukanoff, and it's my pleasure to host Mr. Tommy Haynes to tell us why he's a Kiwanian. To start us off, Tommy, how long have you been a Kiwanian?
Well, I've been with the Kiwanis for 12 years, and I initially went just to have lunch, and it was a nice lunch, and they had some nice speakers, people speaking. So, I found it very informative. So, I thought I was only going to be there, and I actually went a couple of times before someone gave me an application. So I said, "Oh, you got to join," and so I did join, and I really have enjoyed the opportunity to serve as a Kiwanian because it actually talks about the community. Even the people that come to speak, they talk about things that are happening in the community. And I wanted to know what was happening in the community because I've always been involved in it. And then when I found out that they did things for kids, well, that was my heart. So they did it for elementary school, middle school, high school, and even college. And I got involved in doing programs with the schools, and that was fun, because I got a chance to interact with schools, and kids are a lot different than they were when I was coming up, but it was a blast. And then I got involved with, they started having things like pancake breakfast and chili luncheons, just helping out. And it just gave another tool to use to meet other people in the community, because I didn't know hardly anyone in the Kiwanis Club. I just joined, so I met a whole new group of people. It was relaxed, it was fun, but it's very professional. So that was the reason I joined, and I'm glad I did, because it's been a great ride, and I never expected to actually eventually become the president of the Kiwanis Club of Frankfort. And I definitely didn't expect to go even higher and become a lieutenant governor and have several clubs around me. And I got the opportunity to go to an international Kiwanis Club down in Orlando, Florida, and I saw people from all countries. I hadn't seen that since I was in the Olympics many, many years ago. People speak in different languages, but they all have the same goal, and that's what can we do for our kids? What can we do for our community? So it was one of those that it was a nice fit for me. It was a win-win, because I saw that I could win, the community could win, the kids could win, the schools could win. And then seeing we had both of the superintendents as Kiwanians. We had people from Kentucky State involved. We had people in businesses, people from religious backgrounds, just a diversity of people. So I said, that's something I think I would want to be involved in. And I've stayed in it because once I've seen the big picture, I said, it's very few clubs that, have that kind of far reaching. Now I have to tell you, with this pandemic, it has slowed the way we operate, because we operate with people. So that part has been challenging, but I still have seen that we've given donuts to all of our first responders. We still was able to give one of these trikes to one of our handicapped kids in the community. We were able to give donuts to the kids taking exams at Kentucky State before they left. And there's still plans to do things in the future, whether it's by Zoom and reading to kids, because they just need to know that we care. And that makes all the difference in the world when you can have a relationship. And I think that's what Kiwanian is all about. That's having a relationship with the kids, relationship with the community, relationship with one another. And plus, the people at Kiwanis are very funny. So it's nice to go somewhere where it's a little relaxed, but at the same time, they get things done.
Thank you. That's a really good explanation, and I'm glad to hear this just coming out for lunch and then turning out to a lot bigger journey that you've been on with Kiwanis. And to ask the last question, why do you continue to be a Kiwanis member? Why do you continue to stay part of it?
Yeah, I think there's so much more to be done, and you can even see it even more now. With the kids not being in school, you see how much is needed. We still have a homelessness. We still have taking care of the elderly. We've done quite a few things with the Capital City Activity Center, which Marshall is in charge of that, and she's a Kiwanian. So when you can have people involved in Kiwanis of all facets of life, they actually tell us how we can plug in. because, you know, you don't just set goals and stuff for the sake of setting them. You find a need, and then you take care of that need. And I think this organization has done a great job of doing that. And when I read the magazines that they sent us, I can see that this is not happening just here in Frankfurt. This is happening all over the world. So, you know, we're very blessed to, you know, have an opportunity to meet each other. I'm glad that you came on board, because we needed somebody in the technical field, because that was definitely a field that we were lacking. You know, we were kind of an older crowd, and you know, when computers came out, they didn't do the things that they do today. So we're so glad to have you, and we're looking forward to making sure we put the word out there. There's many people out there that could be Kiwanians, and they could make a difference.
And that's perfect. And I think one way people can find out what Kiwanis is all about is to join us on the Thursday meeting. Usually it's done in person, but right now in the new normal, it's in a virtual platform every Thursday at noon. Come as a guest. If you are watching this video on Facebook, send us a message. If you're watching it on YouTube, find us on Facebook at Frankfurt Kiwanis, send us a message and join us and learn how you can be involved and be part of the community. And Tommy, thank you for a great episode. I'll look to continue working with you and continue serving this community. Thank you.
But thank you, Alistair, and you keep up the good work.